Hello, my beautiful Capricorn. It's time for your weekly reading, May 24th to 31st, 2021. You deserve a good one. It is time for something fabulous, I hope. I am doing a double deck today because a double deck is better than a single deck for a whole bunch of reasons. If some cards want to be really assertive, they can give you two of the same card if that's what is meant to be. So we shall see how this works. I did lots of shuffling off camera, as you can imagine, because there are so many more cards that it takes longer. But I think it will be worthwhile because it's just more fun. Double the pleasure, double the fun. More fun to have more cards. So let's see where this gets us. Did I just reverse some cards? No, I did not. I thought I might have because, you know, there are all these cards. And sometimes when you're shuffling, it'll just flip them right around. And then you've got cards forwards, cards backward. Okay, 12 cards for you. Yuck. Haven't seen strength in forever. So I'm glad you guys get that. Lots of wands. Okay, this is one of the better readings I've seen in a while. In spite of our girl here who's feeling trapped, nothing else is really bad here, which is pleasant to see. And I'm glad. You guys deserve it. So let's check out what we've got. So this girl appears when we're feeling trapped. Now, everybody seems to be getting this card lately, and I think it might be because of being restricted from going places and traveling and doing things like that. But it might also be something that's going on in your personal life to make you feel trapped. So whatever that is, figure it out and face it. You can take off this blindfold. There's nothing here that's really keeping you trapped. The swords are just thoughts. They don't really, I mean, they do exist. Your thoughts exist, but it's not a physical thing. It's not like a real sword where you're really hemmed in. You're not actually trapped at all. So you can get out of these feelings and whatever this is to have a very, very positive week. In fact, there is so much good stuff going on. It's crazy. Okay, let's start with, you've got strength. And strength is such a positive card. I know I sound terrible. I have allergies and I just sound terrible, like the most nasal person who ever lived. So I do apologize, and I might have a coughing fit any moment, so just warning you in advance. So strength is, you have this inner strength that until it asserts itself, you don't even know how strong you actually are, but it is so strong. Capricorns are so solid and so amazing. Some of my favorite people are Capricorns, so I know how strong you actually are, and it's wonderful, but it's a good reminder that you can overcome anything. You absolutely can. You are one of the, really strong signs in the zodiac. And one of my favorite cards, the Chariot. The Chariot shows that you are in control of your life. You absolutely are. You are the person at the helm. You are in the driver's seat. You are the one driving your life. And you're going to make it fabulous. I absolutely believe that you will. So be excited about life. Be excited about the things that are going to be coming up in the near future for you. So this is amazing. This isn't so amazing, but this is easy to overcome. I know it is. Well, even if it's not easy, you can do it. Then we've got the Queen of Cups. She can be a real person. If so, she's not a Cancer. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So I was on the right track, even though I'm concentrating on not sneezing my head off at this moment. So she's passionate. She's intuitive. She is perceptive. She is loving and caring. And she may be a person that you know. And if she is, she's a good person to know. And that's somebody you can probably go to for lots of advice on a lot of topics, especially those of the heart, things about your passions. But, maybe it's your spouse, maybe it's your mom, your best friend. I don't know who she might be, but if not, she can also represent the concept of this loving, intuitive person that sometimes needs to pop into your life to show you the path of you don't always have to be so well planned as Capricorns tend to be. You don't always have to do the right thing. You can, I mean, I'm not saying that the Queen of Cups represents doing the wrong thing, but sometimes just follow your passion. Don't worry about doing all the work in the time frame you're supposed to do it. Just, your passions are also important. They're also part of your, what makes up the fabric of your life. Then, in that same vein, we've got the High Priestess, and she is all about following your intuition. That's what she's all about. She's about going within, tapping into that spirit within yourself, that intuitive spirit, and following it when you hear that inner voice, because it's so hard to do. So many people, they have their intuition telling them something and then they ignore it. But it's there for a reason, and it will guide you, and it can really make your life a lot better if you listen to your little inner warnings and things like that. Sometimes we look at this card in the modern day as a self-care card. So if you've been neglecting yourself a little bit, give yourself some time and attention. Give yourself time to have that bath or a run or a good long walk or a rest or a facial or, some leisure time just to lie around and read a book if that's what you need. All the things that recharge us. Take that time for yourself. I know it's not easy, but it's necessary for you. So this is very positive. There's some really good stuff going on here. And then you've got this crazy amount of wands right here. 5 of the wands right here, which is so amazing and great because these are all about action and positive action and putting things into action. So here we've got the Page of Wands. So sometimes this can mean a message you need to hear about some active pursuit or something that you want to put into action. Or it could be a young person who's learning about how to put all of his dreams and desires and exciting things that he wants to do into action. So there's learning involved in it. A young person who's learning, or it can be you wanting to start something up, and this is the card that's representative of that. Here we've got the King of Wands, the king of all action. He is an expert at putting things into action and creating things out of that. 2 very exciting characters, 2 very proactive characters. They could be father and son. That is definitely a possibility. They may be real people that you know. If not, they may be here just to help you to put something into action that you've been thinking about and to tell you, hey, you can do it. You can do it. Look, you've got the thought. Now create. You are capable. Of course, being Capricorn, you know that anyway. You guys are great at taking things from beginning to end. So here we've got more wands. This 4 of wands is all about, it can mean a marriage. It can mean a move to another home. Whatever it is, it's a happy and celebratory time. You can see the people here have bouquets. They're holding them above their heads. You've got garlands. It's all celebration. So there's some really positive energy here regarding action and movement and good stuff. Then you've got this fellow, you, who's working hard and maybe being a little defensive. Maybe there are things to be a little defensive about at work or with whatever you're trying to create. Sometimes there are setbacks. Sometimes things are not quite what you want them to be. But you're doing it. That's the main thing. You are working. You are doing what you have to do, what you want to do. Then we've got this card, the 8 of Wands, the Arrows of Love, where something is rushing in fast and furious. Now, could one of these be the person who you love, who you are in love with even? And there might be a marriage in the works here. This is something coming in fast, swiftly. It could mean a love interest, or it could just mean something, maybe a promotion at work, maybe that you're starting something, a new business or a new endeavor of some kind. or a move to a better house or better apartment, whatever. And it's happening fast and furious. You're making things happen. There's lots of action here, which is very, very exciting. Then you've got, and then with the Chariot and the strength of the Chariot, which is also a very active card. Then we've got this card, which is simply a person who might be bored and not paying attention to some opportunity or person or something who's coming in or who's kind of there around you, but you're not really jumping on the bandwagon of this person or thing. But just be aware, there might be something you could be passionate about here, hovering, who's just, something you might not typically notice. So keep your eyes and ears open and don't miss out on anything that could end up being really good for you. Then we've got the Three of Pentacles. And this card is either you've got a skill that you might be hired for. It can be a card of the tradesperson, whatever you may be, male or female. And you could also be laying foundations for your future here. Whether it's a work situation or not, it's all about setting things up, planning for your future, creating something. And it's a very, very positive card. So there's a lot of doing here. And it's really a beautiful reading. A very fantastic, good, positive reading with some really major cards. The Chariot is so wonderful. It's a real power card. Strength is so wonderful. This means that there's more to you than meets the eye, my darling Capricorn. So this is a phenomenal reading. I will unleash you on the world. Have a fantastic week. I hope to see you soon. Take care.